Hey there, it's Elena Strombo from COTOs.com, Elena's main game name, and today I'm back in our hometown of Bay Lunaire. A little bit of I guess, upheaval. Looks like the town owner is going to be putting up the town for sale. So that creates a lot of chaos in some regards, because we have a lot of people that are in part of the guild here. That are that are residents. So looking outside, I can already see a lot of stuff has already moved off, and people are doing some moving. There are a couple of town owners in Lunar Dragons. We have Crossroads, which is just southeast of the Brittanies. It's there on the overland access. Then there's Valhalla, and then there's Bay Lunaire. So I think Bay Lunaire is probably the main spot where the guild leader and everything has. So it looks like a lot of people are moving over to Crossroads, which is an overland town. So that's we've got to get some of our stuff over there. So side note, our governor for Bay Lunaire, Titania there. I've got to put out a shout out to Titania. She's been a fantastic governor of this town. It's sad to see that the town's being sold. It's a lot of work. I know I can understand the reasons of it, or reasons on it for it. But as far as putting giving me a nice spot over here, and just being in a completely awesome governor of the town. Hats off and props to Tanya on that. No hard feelings. I want to keep seeing and playing, with her in the game. And I know she's got a couple of spots that she's going to, where she'll be moving her stuff to. So a little bit of a tear. Said no. I like Bay Lunaire. It's kind of off. It was set up really nice. It had perfect amount of people, and I thought traffic coming to it, and just the right stuff. And I always like my spot here where my keep is at. So I'm going to be moving it. So I'm taking, of course, selfie. I'm going to take advantage of this to demonstrate another aspect of the game: the magic movers, the house movers, the property managers. I've got to figure this out. So I've already had a video where we talked about we can pack away the house and store it as an object goes off to the bank. But they introduced something else where you're able to take that and not only move it between towns, so from one town lot here to another town lot in the same town, but to be able to move it from this town of Bay Lunaire to the other one. So I'm going to get the house packed up. I do know that the moving between physical towns, it costs COTOs. So I packed up some COTOs in my inventory, I think. Make sure. Got 110 COTOs here. Cool. So it's not going to cost 110. I just grabbed what was in my bank box there. So let's see. I'm going to go back to the town marker and double click it. And it's claimed by Elena Strombo. I'm going to go to the property manager off this gear icon. So I'm going to drag the stone keep to here. Are you sure you want to send this to storage? Yes. And I'm going to take the stone basement and put over here. Are you sure you want to send this to storage? Yes. So now if we look at the property, it's all gone. So it's off in storage. So the next thing I need to do, because I need this deed, I need to unclaim this. So let me bring that back up and say I'm going to unclaim this lot. Are you sure you want to unclaim this? You'll lose ownership lot. The deed will return to your inventory. Okay. So there it is, unclaimed. All sad. Let's see, I've got my deed, got my crown. All right, so let's take a run over here. Put on I'm gonna run to the south here, or is it to the south? To the west. And there's a wagon over here that goes to Novia, and I'll show you where Crossroads is. Yeah, you can see some of the townhomes, the row homes on the right there. They're already, I think, gone. Looks like the crafting pavilion is actually... Nope, it's still there. There's our governor over there. Let's see. That's pretty regular. Wave. You are on video. Demoing house mover. Let's see if she waves. So, I'm going to pop back over here. That was Titania, our governor. I'm sure she's talking with another player on that. So, yeah, just said hats off. What a great great person. And these things are not easy. They're a pain to manage. I mean, there's so much you have to do with it and with the residents. On top of it, you don't understand, I think, if you haven't investigated it, what the costs are associated with it, just for getting the POT itself. But all these things, everything you see, whether it's pavers, decorations, extra buildings, statues, all this crazy stuff is that costs money and a significant investment. It's definitely something you have to be passionate about. So I'm on a red wagon. I'm going to come over to Novia here. And overland, once it gets up, will be by Central Bit, and I can show you where the Crossroads are. We're going to go into it. Now, ahead of time, I actually did talk to the owner of Crossroads, Sean, who's also in the Lunar Dragons, about this, and wanted to find a spot where I wanted to be, you know, I like being close to town, but I don't want to be right in the middle of everything. I guess I'm kind of a loner. I really liked where I was at in Bay Lunaire. It really was just off the road. I could get to town really quickly, but it was my spot. So I had to go look at it and see if we could find a spot. I've got one right now. I think it's pretty good. I said it's close to where we come into it, and we'll see. We'll get things moved there and start getting used to, I guess, going to Crossroads as opposed to Bay Lunaire. Boy, map loading. There it starts going. 51, 68, 70, 90. Voila. Okay, so here we are in the Brits. That's facing south. I'm going to go ahead and head south here a little bit. And from Brittany, you want to come over the first bridge. And this is the town of Vengeance. And you go to the right here. There's another bridge over here. This right here is the town of Crossroads. So very close to Brits, kind of centrally located on the map. If you are looking for a spot, there's a lot of spots that are in here. Villages and rows are there. If you need something bigger, you can talk to Sean, the town owner. It's SHAWN, all lowercase. Friend him and talk to it. But this is the town of Crossroads. You know, as far as overland access and everything, it's you know, it's a great spot. So I'm going to go ahead and enter into here. I always see these maps, the interchange scenes here, like this thing with the cat and the rocks. I'd really like to know where that is, if that is actually in the game. Some of it, like to the Ruins of Ravensmoor, the Lich and stuff, you can actually go see in the game. You know it's there. But I just wonder, is there a place like that that leads into a dungeon with untold riches and splendor? Alright, 94%. So yeah, well, Sean here, as a POT owner, has definitely been getting a lot of traffic on here. He also is does patronage the Jacob White, I think it is, who has Soda Maps. So he is involved with, you know, making donations to that or on a basis where, as a town owner, he can actually submit changes to them. Let's bring that up. So a lot of the stuff you see, like in a lot of POTs, is not really put out there, but he is actually keeping things up to date here. So we come in on the docks right here, and just over here is kind of the town square, the crafting pavilion, got some stuff. He's got a bunch of village homes that are up here. These are all village lots that are open. We've got a city owned here, got a town home by him, that's his. And I know we've got some reserve spots up here, town, and coming around the lake. To the south of the water here. So here's COTOs Crossroads.com. Gives you a thing to it. Bunch of row homes. So lots of row homes that are available. This city lot is marked as set up for Marquis Dragon, who is the leader on the guild. So I'm assuming that the town guild hall or whatever else it's going to go there. He's got the Shoddy Farms here right over the bridge. It's kind of like his own farming area. So it's a keep. It's owned by him, so he can grow all his farm stuff, which is actually really cool if you see it what it's put out. But if you notice this little road here and that, and here's a town lot. So here is actually where I've actually asked him to put mine. It's close to the entrance. I can still get down here to the town folks or to the thing fairly quickly, but it's a little bit off. I said there's no one else out here at the moment, but I think actually there's room to fit one here and maybe otherwise. So, but I like the fact that on the map I can say go across the bridge and to the left and I'm at the end of the road. I don't know, I'm kind of geeky like that. So let's go on over there and see what that looks like. So we'll get to go by Shoddy Farms. You can see that. So let's go over the bridge. I won't go into sprint mode. So what's up here at Shoddy Farms? Let's see. Coming soon. Management. Management's a dummy. That's hilarious. We've got a little house on here. So he's got a keep size lot. So he put his little house on here. So he's got like crafting and stuff. These are all expert things. So this is great. I don't even have to go over there. I'm sure this has got his chest and all that. So he doesn't do that in his basement like I would. It's got the Oracle thing, the big statue there, the big radio tower. So that's pretty cool. Got a water well. It's got his farms here where he's got things to grow. I think that's pretty cool. I'm sure you can put planters across here and grow things as he needs, but this is all right here across the bridge. That's pretty cool. So then, if you just go past that, let's see, that's actually Sean. You are on video. Showing property movers. Yay! So yeah, so that's Sean. I'm in his kilt and his red beard. So hello, Sean. I'll send you. I'll send you the link after I'm done. So, yeah, a very nice guy. Once again, just kind of low-key, mellow dude. So, yeah, yeah. So it's while one town pops down and the other one pops up. That's just the nature of it. So this is Shoddy Farms down here. The entrance is here. This little road comes up, and as I said, right at the end of the road, he's done some brickwork for me. How nice of him. That's just cool as well. Here we go. Let's see what this town lot is unclaimed. Do you want to claim it? Sure. We're going to claim it with a player-owned town lot deed in my inventory. Are you sure you want to claim this? Yes. Okay, so after you claim this lot, if you'd like to change the type add-on, you'll need to acquire a house deed. Okay, so I'm going to just right now, I'm going to pay some taxes on that. Got 30,000 that are in credit there. So I get 14 or 15 days because it's because you get that with your when you claim it. You owe 2,000, but you get 14 days on it. So and I paid for 15 more days. If you're asking on that thing, how much does it cost per day? Yes, it is 2,000 per day, or basically 1.5. It's about, if you do a COTO is worth 3,500 in credit. So every I don't know. I'm doing my math here. So it takes a little bit of a COTO to do it. If you have 2 COTOs, you have 70. You have 2 COTOs is 75 is 7,000. and 4 COTOs is 14,000. So 4 COTOs every 7 days. So that's what it costs to keep a townhome. I know people want bigger houses out there in the game, but understand they come with a price. 500 a day for a row lot, 1,000 a day for a village, 2,000 a day for a town. But it's a pretty big spot, so I've got a good view. I can come out, go over, see the town, Shoddy Farms. There's a lake over here to the left, to the west, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I just, for some reason, I just liked on the map that if you look at this, I'll stand at the front. Let me bring the map back up. I really like the idea that at the end of the road is where you come into my house. I just, I don't know. As I said, I'm kind of geeky like that. So let's see how this property, I've never done a move between, the reason why we're doing this video, I've never done a move between one physical town and another one. So let's see what this looks like. I'm going to bring up the thing, claim by, let's bring up the property manager. So, here's my basement. Let's see. Are you sure you want to unpack the stores? Town, stone area basement, and basement of your lot, player in town, lot D. The current contents, empty lot, will be sent to storage. Yes? Holy crap! 7 gold crowns must be paid to move the stores from Bay Lunaire to Crossroads. 7! Are you kidding me? Crap. And that's just to move the basement. So, now it's got a timer. 4 minutes and 54 seconds. So I've got to kind of fill in some spot here. So I think it's going to ask me for 7 gold crowns to move that. Holy smokies. For 14 gold crowns. That's a lot. That's, you know, it's like 15, let's say dollar for it. That's like 15 bucks. I'm just going to have to pay to do that. And my COTOs is my reserve for my taxes. So, oof. Alright, so I'm going to have to come back in 5 minutes. What time is it now? 9:42. So in 9:47, I'm going to have to pop back here. Actually, I got to tell Sean that. He's going to get a kick out of that. I tell him that on chat. I'll pull this up here so you can't see it now with where I move it. Holy shite. 7 COTOs just to move the basement. Probably another 7 COTOs to move the house. I don't think anybody, I don't know if anybody's moved. Maybe some of the guys in the guild have already done this. I never have. Yeah, they said there's a fee. I'm like, oh, okay, it's probably a COTO. Holy crap. So, yes, you can use the property mover to move things from here to there, but it's going to cost you a bunch. Is it worth it? Depends on how much crap you have decorated. I don't want to be redecorated. I've been actually decorating the top level, the bottom level. I just want to put it back. I don't want to spend days packing and moving it. Not to mention so much stuff. Literally, I'd have to be grandpa walking between Bay Lunaire. He's asking me what's to do. Keep them for the town. Very nice of him. So yeah, holy shnikes. All right, so let's go see what's in the town. So I showed you kind of Shoddy Farms here. I'm gonna go back over here while I've got probably 3 more minutes before I move the house over. I'm gonna go over and pop into the town so you see what the town looks like. So I'm going back over the bridge to where I zoned in at from the overworld, which is right down there on the dock. Now there is a banker and a town crier right there. A couple of people that are moved here. He was. So he's got, so in the center here, he's got a hedge maze that he's been working on over there. He's got a Gus Ball field tournament here. So we can actually have it out. It's got viewing and all that. It's actually built out kind of nice. Once you get out of the Gus Ball field over here, still heading to the west, then you've got a beautiful one for the Telethon Awards, the lighted spring fountain with floating candles. Floating. You've got your crafting area here. There's another banker. So I'm assuming all these guys are all... So I've got these guys here, plus I've got all the ones that are up by me. So he's got 2 sets of them. Nice. What else we got over here in the town square? We got a cooking merchant. Sweet. Gotta have a cooking merchant. This is the bank. This is the guard. This is... Actually, that is the bank. This is the magic shop. We've got a cooking place. What's this one? Crafting shop. It's got a dude in here. There's a crafting. Jessica. Standard name, I think it is. We have an armory. There's the armor merchant, Jason. We've got a weapon shop. There's Kevin, the weapon merchant. What else we got in here? Is this just an inn? Looks like it. Combat shop. Sweet. There's combat merchant Yvonne. These are like all the traditional ones. Who's this? This is Yordic Meyer's home. Close. Well, hello, Yordic Meyer. And we can come here. Nice little row lot. Spring decorated. Got a bear. Actually, it's a row house. No, it's a village. It's actually what I have in Owl's Head. So, a 2-story village. Oh, he's got a big spider on top. Sweet. So, over here onto the south of the town center, this is where you've got all the... he's got these great little piers that kind of go across the thing. You've got all these row houses that are over here as well. Facing outside. And then coming into a courtyard on here. Oh, we're good to go back and do the thing. So you got some row houses that are in the just on the south side of the river. All facing inward. Some of these have been claimed, I'm assuming. No, a lot haven't. So lots of spots. So if you're a new player, you just happen to get into a row deed, you need a spot to go, this is a great spot. This whole area in the center here is actually what's reserved for the city lot, which is I think reserved for Marquis. So that is there. We've got someone who's moved in. RQL coming soon. Who owns this? Trojan V. Hello, Trojan V. Looks like all of these have been claimed, even though they're not marked. So, oh, they're reserved. So, okay. So, who's on the very end here? It's actually a pretty sweet spot. As you can come across, there's the other one. Who's got this one? Hellspawn. You don't know who Hellspawn is? Oh, he's got all these little papers that go around the place. It's pretty cool. Janelle. Oh, Janelle was actually reached out to me and was looking for some help. And I showed her the town and said, because she was having trouble. New player had a deed, or was trying to get a deed, but could not find a POT where there was a spot available. And she was asking me, so she saw one of my videos or something, I think. So she pinged me in game, and I said, oh, you know what? Let me take you up here. I'm going to show you a POT that's just to show that there was a POTs or POTs that actually have spots available. And I showed her up here, took her up here, and I showed her this town, and it looks like she's got her house. So, Janelle, congratulations. I'm glad that she will be neighbors on there. So, yeah, and she said she was liking that spot, so I'm glad she actually got one before she popped in. Cool. So this is the entrance area, and there's the bridge coming over in Shoddy Farms here, so I'm heading back to my spot. I'm so glad that, I feel excited. The fact that, someone reached out to ask for help. I mean, she literally was like, I'm stuck here. I can't, I think things with her interface and stuff. Yeah, it was her combat interface. She had the default deck. She couldn't have her deck when you when you first come in as a new character, you have to go to the trainer and ask them to turn it off and put it to the normal combat system deck. So I helped her with that and helped her with finding it. So I'm just tickle pink when you can do that and help someone out, and then they find themselves, you know, you can see that they're moving in the game. So sweet. Anyways, so I'm back here. Let's go back on the marker here. Find how much Port of Lamb's going to take of me again. So I'm going to take the town keep, put that right here. You sure you want to do this? Yes. 7 COTOs. Damn you, Portalarium. So close that. Close the. So look at that. So right now, oh, that's awesome. I got a tree right beside me. I think if the other one comes up, it may take up those trees. Let's see what the lot looks like on the outside. I always light up my way. I always put the things out in front. This is pretty cool. Got room in the back. There's my entrance to the house there. I like these trees wrapped around it. I hope, I'll see what the marker looks like. Hope they don't go away on the next one on there. So, there it is. So let's see how this thing works. So is everything here. So everything on the outside looks fine. All my stuff, things put here. All my stuff over here, my banking boxes. All this looks good. If I look at it over here, go inside the wall section. All that's there. This is on my side of the house over here. This all looks good. Everything where it was. So the housing movers work perfectly. 0 decoration time. I could have said, well, I'll just move the house for top, and then I'll move the basement. You know, I'll pack up, move the basement too. But, I'll live. So, let's make sure over here, not the decorating here. This part has. Okay. My daughter's room. Awesome. Okay, let's go down to the basement, make sure that that's moved. Everything's there. Into the basement. Now, I don't know. I said 7 COTOs. I don't want to say that blanket like it's 7 COTOs no matter what. I don't know if like you move a row home, it's like 1 or 2 COTOs. And if you move a village, it's 3 or 4, and then a town is 7. So, move my chat back down behind my picture here. Not the important part of this. So, here we go. Yeah, everything's here. All my crafting stuff down there. A little room I'm building up here. Thinking about putting these dividers around the thing like here, so you can't. I don't know. I was trying to see if I could isolate this, make this like a floor, but not sure. Here's this. My cooking area looks good. All the stuff is there. All my chests are up there. I'm assuming they're all good. My banking box. This is, well, this is to be determined. And this is my alchemy printing press room. Sweet. So that's it. So the housing movers seem to work very well. Couple of notes: if you're moving within a town, like from a spot inside of a town to another spot inside the same town, the mover is free. If you're going to move between physical towns, one town here to another town over there, there's a charge. I know for sure that it's 7 COTOs for a town. It may be less for a village or POT. If you know that, you can throw comments on the videos, please, or more for a city or keep or whatever else. But physically it works well. The other thing to note is that when you move something in, like let's say you move, so I was able to move my basement to the property manager box and my house to the property manager box, no problem. Just do one, do the other. But when you go to restore it, there's a 5-minute delay. So you'll be able to do one, and then we'll have to wait for 5 minutes, and then you have to do the next. And I don't know if it's processing or what. I'm sure there's some real reason on that. So, but otherwise, once you actually do the step, it's there. Assuming it's got it's going to put all my things back to their property position, to the proper permissions, I think. Everything on mine is by default set to go to co-owner and higher, so for me and my daughter. Let's see, I can check one of the boxes outside, which is supposed to be a guild box. I'll see if the permission's reserved on that. Let's see whether it keeps those permissions as well. So, come on, 94%, stuck at 94. I'm gonna get a shirt that just says 94%. All right, so let's get out of the basement here. Go back to the front, and I want to go to that chest.
Based on your zip code settings, here are a few nearby popular ones.
No.
City Front Realty Group.
That was Alexa, or the Echo voice. She's still talking over there. I didn't say Alexa, did I? Go away. I said turn around.
City Front Realty Group. Storefront Systems. Fronts Plus. LLC.
Go away. Okay. So, I'm usually thinking that my kids or something was going to interrupt the video. I didn't think that Alexa over here would be. Damn you, Alexa. Okay, so here's this chest. That was my dragon's chest. So let's see what the properties look like. No, it's still COTOs. So here's where usually it's all co-owner, but I've modified this into kindred so the guild can put things and take things in and out. And I see those things are there. So yeah, the property movers will not only move your stuff, the contents, it will keep the permissions on them as well. So that's great. So yeah, it's pretty much pack and go. It's like a pod shipment, I guess. All right, so that was it. So once again, just before I head off, a special thanks to Tanya for Bay Lunaire, the efforts, the time, the money, everything, just the kinsmanship and everything in there. It's fantastic. I really like being there, and I really like having you as a governor. We've always chatted, and I've always said thank you, and I've always been super appreciative of everything you've done, not only for me but for everybody else in there. So once again, thank you. You said great friend in game, and I'm sure that even outside you're a great person as well. So thank you to that. It's a special nod to the past, and once again a special nod to the future here. Sean, I'm sure the last couple of days has been a whirlwind. If you got a lot of people pinging you, having to come in, you've had your town. I know you've been working on it. It's been I've done a video on the town before and said I've always liked it too. But I think the big driver is where all the guildmates kind of really drive into. That's a plus. It can be a minus too, as we know. But I know you've had an influx of people coming into the town, and that will continue to happen as part of, I don't want to say the de facto, but the part of the de facto kind of guild town on that. So I know there's a lot of work ahead of you. Thank you for what you're doing right now. Thank you for what you're going to be doing. This is in no uncertain way, this is a job in and of itself, and it's a passion. You can already see you've had that passion with the town is there. So I hope everybody's as kind and as generous and helpful and are good citizens and make this an enjoyable experience for you as well. I thank you for this spot up here. I said I really like the spot, and one where it's located, just on the map and everything. If you do place a townhome over here, hopefully this tree stays. I really like the trees, but if it doesn't, that's okay. I said I really do appreciate you taking the time and carving it out, pavers and whatnot. That just makes it really nice. And so I'm looking forward to being as part of a resident in here. I said if you ever need anything from me, please go out. But for you, thank you as well. For now, and for what you will be doing. That's a great thing to undertake on there as well. So, okay, peeps, that's it. If you have comments or anything else on the video, drop them on the video, thumbs up or thumbs down. As we get into the end here, I'm trying to balance this out. There will be cards on here on the end. It will show the previous video that I had. It should be on this part of the screen. It will show a link to, that'll be the video. On the bottom, it should show a link to the COTOtutorials.com website. I'll be putting updates on there, newest videos are coming up and whatnot, and a link on there as well to the subscribe, that picture of me with my fairy wings on there. So if you're liking the content, please click on the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to it. Once again, Elena Strombo from SodaTutorials.com. Take care. Have a good day.